Hey guys, it's Robyn Johnson with Dollar Moves. I'd like to welcome you to another video. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about something I actually just pulled off the side of the road here. I'm getting ready to go on my walk, and I wanted to talk to you about something that comes up kind of every time that I end up having money in my possession. You know, these days, now that I get a lot of my income through the internet, I'm not really holding a lot of cash. Sometimes when it happens, it will be like, because I get paid through Amazon, so I get paid, you know, through digital numbers, I get paid through PayPal, I get paid through just all the different ways online, and so it's all that digital money. It's numbers that I know I can get access to, but it's not actual cash, hold it in your hand and spend it kind of stuff. It's, you know I can get access to the money, but it's through digital means, through debit cards, credit cards, etc. And so, something that I think about whenever I have money, and you know, I've had two banks for a while that I'm getting rid of the one, and they wouldn't do a cashier's check without charging. So I would often take money out of one bank and take it to the other, to another bank. And so, you know, it would be decent amounts of cash each time. And whenever I did that, it got me thinking about this thing, and that is, you know, having actual cash on hand really makes you feel abundant. It makes you actualize the wealth and see the real thing that cash is in your hands. And it makes me think about the rich people that I used to do work for all the time. They always had cash on them, and I often wondered about that. And you know, they would usually have like a money clip or whatever full of money, and they could always, you know, have access to that money. With cash, you don't have to worry if someone can get, you know, take credit cards, etc. You can buy just about anything anywhere that everyone, you know, that the people agree that our money works. So anywhere you go, basically in the United States, you can trade, you know, your cash for services or goods. And so I really think that's interesting. And that was one of the things that I always saw with those people. And one of the things that I think about too when I think about cash is that, because what made me think about this also is I see online, you see all the time these people posting pictures of their hands full of money and money laying out on tables and stuff like that, trying to impress. And I always just kind of laugh about it. But I remember one guy the other day, he was showing like all this money that he had. He was showing a stack of money that he had. And it made me think about 50 Cent, the rapper 50 Cent. And it was really interesting because 50 Cent grew up poor. And so 50 Cent said, I always keep money on me wherever I go. I think he keeps like $10,000 or $5,000, something like that. He's like, I always keep a lot of money on me wherever I go. And it was during a talk show, and the guy was like, well, why do you do that? He said, because, you know, even though I have all the money that I'd ever need, and now that may be a different story, but back then he was on top of his game, and he's like, you know, even though I may have all the money that I ever need, he's like, it's a psychological thing, you know? If I have that money in my pocket and I start to feel like less than or scarcity, if I feel like I can't afford something, I reach into my pocket and I feel that wad of money, and it lets me know that I can get whatever I want. And so I thought that was a really interesting thing, a really interesting abundance idea. So what do you guys think about that? You know, I think it's very interesting that the people that have the money, they tend to carry real money on them or have it very easily accessible. You know, one other story too. Well, let me know in the comments, what do you guys think about that? When you have a pocket full of money, does that make you feel more abundant? Or are you, you know, do you feel just the same abundance as when you have a card that will give you the same amount? Do you feel any difference? I'm curious on that. But I want to leave you with one other story. There was a gentleman who went to a different country. He ended up getting sick, and for some reason he didn't have any of the currency in that place that he was at. And so I don't remember, like, he ended up having to really struggle to get, he got sick, he went to the hospital, and then he had to really struggle to end up, you know, getting the right currency for the country he was in, because he was traveling around and stuff like that. And so it was a big pain for him. But so what he ended up doing was, he said from now on, whenever he goes to any country, he always carries currency of that country, like X amount. And it's that same kind of thing. It's like abundance. Like anything I want there, I can get. If I get hurt, if I get, you know, and I have to pay for anything in the hospital or whatever, I've always got that assurance that I can be taken care of through that money. So that was just another little idea of it. But, you know, I think it's really important in this day and age where we are so used to purchasing things that have no value afterwards. You know, it's good to have hard assets like cash. It's good to have things that you buy and that you can trade on for something else. You know, we live in such a digital world now where things are purchased through just agreements and strips of plastic, basically, and so we're starting to lose that whole connection to money. So also, what do you think about that? Do you feel that that's a true statement? Do you think that we're losing that connection with money, or is it just me? And, you know, I've had cash younger, and now, you know, as older, I know there's more of the numbers and all that stuff, and more of the digital money. Is that just me not being with the times, or do you think there's something behind that? I'd love to hear it down below in the comments. Like I said, I'm just heading out for a walk and was thinking about that, so I thought I'd make a quick video for you. I hope you enjoyed what you heard. If you like what you heard, please go ahead and thumbs up. Positive comments down below. Again, I'd love to hear your ideas on what I had to say, good or bad, either one. And also, if you like what you heard, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel and go to dollarmoves.com. You can sign up for the email newsletter, and I'll contact you anytime I put out any new videos, or if I come across something that I think can benefit you. So again, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care.